I'm Julian.
And I'm Janessa.
And welcome to another episode of Spark Gaming Essentials.
Let's dive into the games that are releasing at the beginning of March.
March 2nd starts us off strong when Yakuza Like a Dragon launches for the PlayStation 5. I've talked about this game before on Spark because it launched in North America back in November on the Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. But now that it's coming to Sony's current gen hardware, I get to rave about the game all over again. There is something truly unique about the Yakuza games. At a glance, they might come across as mere beat-em-ups dressed up in a leisure suit to give the veneer of Japanese gangster toughness. But deep down, they have a lot of heart and soul. Oh, and absolute utter madness. Seriously, no other game embraces absurdity with the gusto that the Yakuza games do, and I'm including that Deadpool game from 2013. I mean, just look at it. Like a Dragon departed from the formula with a new protagonist and supporting cast of characters. Most critically, it changed the combat from a reaction-based brawler to more of a strategic, turn-based RPG system with some active elements. Apparently, the developers jokingly made this change as part of an April Fool's joke on the fans, and when it was well received, they just rolled with it. That's the kind of people we're dealing with here, okay? Still, for as wacky as it is, the latest Yakuza game also has some of the most compelling characters and relationships in the series. Throw in a criminal conspiracy here, plenty of ludicrous plot twists there, some addictive minigames, and a boss battle with a giant robot vacuum, and you have another worthy entry in the Yakuza series. This is a game for fans of the franchise, and the new combat makes it appealing for JRPG players like Dragon Quest fans as well. Check it out when it comes to the PlayStation 5, March 2nd.
Harvest Moon: One World is a farming simulator RPG full of cozy and wholesome activities for you to relax with. In One World, the harvest goddess has gone missing, and with her, the knowledge of how to grow certain crops. While we aren't sure what has happened to her, she's left behind glowing orbs all across the world, which when you track down, unlock new fruit and vegetable seeds for you to grow. What's interesting about this game is that there are actually different biomes of the world where some crops won't grow, or perhaps they grow a bit differently. Travel between grasslands, beaches, deserts, hills, and snowy mountains to see what different types of crops and animals you can find. There are a ton of character customization options. You'll get to choose to play as either a girl or a boy, craft items to decorate your home, and then make friends with villagers and possibly fall in love. This game would be a perfect pickup for people who enjoyed other cute life simulators like Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, and of course Story of Seasons. Be sure to pick up Harvest Moon: One World when it releases for Nintendo Switch and PS4 on March 2nd.
If you prefer your racing on two wheels with a healthy mix of big air and muddy rooster tails, Monster Energy Supercross 4 is the game for you. The official game of AMA Supercross features 17 tracks under the lights of 11 different stadiums, as well as over 100 real riders from both the 250cc and 450cc classes. If you prefer to carve your own path, a revamped career mode lets you go from futures to pro, where you can improve your riding by unlocking skill points through racing or special events and investing them in a skill tree. You can also tune your bike's performance to get the most out of your riding style. The latest Supercross game has upgraded the track editor as well, so you can build your perfect course and send it over tabletop jumps, dragon's backs, and whoop sections. That probably sounded like gibberish, but if the word brat means anything to you, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When you've made your dream course, you can share it with the community or download the custom creations of other riders and put your skills and your machine to the test. Lastly, if you ever want a picturesque backdrop outside a stadium to practice your skills or just enjoy a ride, you and a friend can tour a new compound inspired by the landscapes of Maine's islands. This is a game for fans of dirt bike racing who love battling in tight corners and nailing the rhythm of tricky sections. If you like motorcycle racing games like MotoGP but want more bumps and tighter turns, or if the dirt bike racing in games like The Crew 2 or GTA 5 was fun but too on the arcadey side, look out for Monster Energy Supercross 4 when it blitzes the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, and Xbox One on March 11th.
Our last game up to bat is RBI Baseball 21, the newest installment of a sports series that was first launched in 1987 on the NES. A lot has changed and improved upon since then, but the premise remains. RBI is a baseball game that's designed with a quick learning curve so that way anyone can pick it up, play, and have fun in a game of America's national pastime. There are some new features that have been added in this 2021 version, like the ability to create and customize your own player, play-by-play commentary to give you that immersion of a real game, and time of day improvements so that you'll get to see the sunset over the stadium when you hit that grand slam. There are a ton of modes to play, from online matchups to quick one-off exhibitions, sticking with a team in franchise mode, or just slugging it out in Home Run Derby. As you play, you can rock out to over 20 licensed songs in the game's soundtrack, featuring Justin Bieber and Travis Scott, the Chainsmokers, Diplo, and more. Gracing the cover this year is Tim Anderson of the Chicago White Sox, who you can play as in the game, along with all 30 MLB clubs, every current player, and more than 165 legendary players. RBI 2021 would be a perfect pickup for any baseball lover out there, especially if they haven't really played a baseball game before. Though I do think that fans of MLB The Show and MLB 2K would enjoy this game as well. RBI Baseball 2021 releases on March 16th for PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch, and is rated E for everyone.
Alright, that marks the end of this episode of Spark Gaming Essentials. We hope this helped you learn a little bit about some great games releasing in March.
We love to help you find the perfect game that's right for you, or maybe someone that you're purchasing for. But if you want to dive a little bit deeper in any of the games we just talked about, head over to your local GameStop store and ask a guest advisor, or go to GameStop.com.
You can also always hit us up on Twitter with questions, or just chit-chat about games in general. I'm Julian, and my handle is @HUGUET.
I'm Janessa, and my handle is @PodsOfWar. Bye!